G'day everybody. We're just gonna take a look at a rifle today. Have a look in the fridge here. See what we've got. I think we'll choose this one today. Let's go and have a look at what it was. Right. I've brought out a CZ452 to have a wee look at. American, apparently. Right, it's been just a standard CZ452, nothing spectacular, but I've sort of made it mine and done a few things, and I'll share those with you. So the first thing I did, I got this many years ago, was this trigger guard here. Instead of just suppressed steel type one that the CZs came out with, I managed to find this one on Trade Me, which is our, a New Zealand, buy sell sort of site that we got. I don't know who makes it. I suspect it probably came out of the States. It's all machined nicely. I've only ever seen one other in New Zealand. Yeah, so I reckon it makes the rifle look a whole lot, well, not as nasty. But anyway, then the next thing to get done was the barrel got shortened to 16.5 inches. 16 inches is the optimum length for a 22 barrel. Means all the powder's burnt and it's not travelling down extra barrel, causing friction and slowing the bullet down. From all the reading and research I've done, there's been people that have cut the barrels down an inch at a time, finding out, they'd start with a 21 inch barrel, and as they cut it back, the bullet will get faster and faster and faster, and they'd hit 16 inches, and then it would slowly get slower and slower and slower. But you can actually go right back to about 12 inches or so before you lose major velocity. But I mean, I just shoot subsonics out of this, but anyway, so after that, and got it threaded, put this it's called a Braveheart, Hush Power Braveheart suppressor. They're made in New Zealand, made in Christchurch, monocore design. Take this off and show you guys what it looks like inside. Nice and dirty. So, it's just an alloy tube. And then this is the magic in here. So you've got your first expansion chamber, and you've got these heart-shaped baffles. I suppose that's why they're called the Braveheart. Sort of alternating like that. I suppose it keeps, if they're all the same way, you wouldn't have as much rigidity, I suppose. But anyway, and there's an O-ring at that end, and no O-ring at that end. Obviously doesn't need one. So, put the threaded end back on first. So that thing makes it really quiet anyway. But that's just a cool one-piece design. Better than the old school ones with multiple baffles and stuff that, take it to bits and fly to pieces. But anyway, so, and then, what else did I do? I lightened the trigger on it using a, let's go have a look back in the fridge. What was the kit called? Go through my bits and pieces. Yes, this was the trigger spring. Eric Brooks. Anyway, it's got, that's some more made in the USA, right. So, that thickest spring in there is a factory spring, and the next thickest one will be the number 4, which is the 2-pounder. Factory's 3-pound, then that next thickest one will be the 2-pounder, and then I believe I have the very lightest still there. So that is number 1 at 0.75 of a pound, and then I put in mine number 2, which is a 1 pound, and then number 3 is missing because that ended up in a Ruger Hawkeye or M77 because it fitted. I don't have that rifle anymore, but it fitted superbly. So, and it, yeah, made the Hawkeye. I've heard people use pen springs and all sorts of things. But yeah, for that rifle, I've got a steel 5-rounder in it. I've got a plastic 5-rounder that came with it, and I've got a steel 10. But anyway, I've got the bloody COVID at the moment. Thanks, China. This is another little suppressor that's made in New Zealand. It's well, similar sort of a thing to that. But that's what it looks like inside. There's plenty of cool designs out there, eh? But yeah, I keep my thread and O-ring greased. I haven't on that one, but on this I have, because it's a blooming pain to try and get apart otherwise. So it sort of goes like cement because there's quite a bit of moisture that builds up in them with the heat and whatnot. But anyway, so what I did is I put well, I've had many scopes on this over the years, but just finding one I really like. And as soon as these VX Freedom rimfires came out, I was like, aha, this is a 2-7 by 33. The you know, the parallax is set at 60 yards or something along those lines. So yeah, I've had like 3 to 9 by 40s on here and all sorts of stuff, but I don't know, the parallaxes are all set up for hunting, you know, like bigger rifles, 100 yards or whatever. And the reticle on this, I don't know if anyone's, I don't even know if my camera will pick this up, but see if we can get it. Yeah, but you're not going to see anything, are you? Right there. Anyway, it's got a nice fine crosshair, which I like because you're shooting smaller targets. And then it's got all these lines for holdover. And what I've done is, I'll see if I've actually got it. I set a target up at all different. Well, I set it up at 50 meters. So we work in meters over here. Let's check a bit of paper. Yeah, these are all in meters, okay? So 50 meters, I zeroed it. Then we moved it out to, this is using my rangefinder. That's the 1400i, RX 1400i. So zeroed it at 50, then we moved it out 10 metres at a time, the target. And these numbers here are the amount of lines that I hold over by. So, you know, 60 metres, hold over one line, 73, 85, 96. This is using subsonics. Maybe CCI, can't remember. At 100 metres, which is, 90 metres is 100 yards, or 91 metres is 100 yards, but if that helps anyway. 100 metres 10, you know, I can go right out to 160, which is 20. But yeah, good luck. Shouldn't say. But you know, it was just a, you know, an experiment, so, you know, I have to take the rangefinder out on some rabbits and stuff and get a good rest, and yeah. So yeah, that was I mean, you can convert all those into yards if you want. And it might help you out. I mean, I've done the hard work for you, so it's quite a time-consuming day. What else about this gun? I put worn rimfire rims on, rings, which I think they just fit absolutely perfectly. Yeah, I've shot heaps and heaps of rabbits and possums, and mainly rabbits and hares with this. A few sheep and things that have been, you know, doing home kill. Maybe the odd dog I'd put down. I usually use my Ruger for doing dogs, in case I need a quick follow-up shot. You never can be too careful. Fortunately, that's never happened, but, well, I always put 2 in them just to, you know, seal the deal. So, you know, I can't be sure. This little gun holder thing, I just quickly knocked it up many years ago before I had any proper tools. I just used hand tools and a few bits of wood I had lying around. So it's just a 4x2. 4x2 there, 4x2 there. That one's checked into that one. Okay. Make a T, I suppose. And then I cut a 6x1. Notched it out around there. Cut the V in it. And at the back, same thing. Nailed it on, it's all nailed together. Nothing special, nothing flash. But for mounting scopes and things, it just holds it, and I can adjust it, you know, to get everything level just quite nicely. But yeah, that's, I mean, I like the CZ 452s. The 457s are probably the nicest. You know, with the shorter, well, they've shortened the whole action by about an inch or something, I reckon. But they've got a lower bolt lift. Yeah, the receivers, I don't know, been slimmed down. I'm not sure all about the trigger guards and stuff, whether they've gone plastic. I'm not sure, I've never handled one. I sort of don't get the, I do and I don't get the changing between barrels, because if I'm going to have and calibers, if I'm going to have a rifle, a 22, I don't want a mate to pull up and say, oh, let's go get a couple of bunnies. And I've got to come in here, go into my fridge, find out that my gun's got the wrong barrel sitting on it, and have to stuff around changing it. I'd rather have a dedicated 22 and then a dedicated 17 or a 22 Magnum, because what's going to happen is I suppose if you want a high quality scope, you don't have to resight it in every time. You just I don't know, record, what number, your different caliber clicks, and adjust it. But yeah, it's a whole lot of faffing around instead of just come in here, grab your gun, grab some ammo, and you're gone. But the upside to it is if you're doing a lot of target and range and if you burn a barrel out, it's easy. You can just slap another one on. But I don't know. Have you ever worn out a 22 barrel? I don't know. Maybe in the States where ammo's cheap, but ammo used to be cheap here. Ever since COVID, they've used that as an excuse. What was the excuse? They said, there's not as many ships coming in, so we've got to pay more to have a container on a ship. That was their excuse. So 22 ammo almost doubled. I mean, I used to be able to get like CCI standard velocity for $65 for a brick for 500. Now they're 110 bucks. And say Winchester Subsonics, they went from about 110 up to 180. So anyway, the excuse was that they put everything up. All the hunting industry put all firearms, suppressors, scopes. I mean, these Leopolds are. When this first came out, I paid $350 for that. You're probably paying at least another $100 on that now. $450, maybe $500, $550. I haven't even checked them out. Yeah, that particular one. So they just put everything up, and now that COVID's over, well, it's not because I've got it. Now that the pandemic's over, they, and we've got all these ships coming back in, price of containers theoretically would have gone back down in price. Well, they never put the price on any ammo down, did they? Funny that. Yes. What do I say? Anyway, if you're wondering what I'm using as my table today, it's my log splitter. There it is there. I've newly acquired. I brought it in a half finished state. I sort of customised it. Mounted the lever where I wanted it. Put this log lifter on it. It's a bit of a unique design. Maybe if people are more interested in that, I'll do a separately walk around of it another time, if that's what people want to see. But yeah, that's my CZ452. Yeah, I love it. I would like to think I would never sell it. Sort of something I can hand down to my nephews or children or whatever happens. Yeah, until next time, have a good one.